Tales that legends are made of. Stories that some say are true and some say are fables. These are the stories that haunt Michigan. Good evening. My name is Joel, and I'm your host for the next 15 or 20 minutes to go over just a few of the legends that haunt Michigan. So let's start. The haunting of Botsford Inn. At one time, the Botsford Inn was a famous place for both lodging and fine dining. One of their regulars were Henry Ford and his wife. They would eat there at least 2 or 3 times a week. Well, in 1924, the owners were ready to sell the inn. Henry Ford, being afraid that his favorite place to dine was going to disappear, he bought it to keep it open. After his death, his widow Clara would eat there. And then finally, after she passed away, strange things started to happen. One night, a busboy was going down the stairs, and someone grabbed his arm and held him from going up or down the stairs. He looked behind him, and he saw Clara. And she smiled and let him go. They say that she only wanted to say hi. I guess even the ghosts need companionship. The Botsford Inn was shortly thereafter bought and had a hospital built on it. Now the Botsford Inn is gone as of 2008. And they put up a cancer center. And I haven't heard of any hauntings since the tearing down of the original inn. Well, let's move on. Our second tale is one for all you auto plant friends. It is a short but sweet tale, and it still concerns the Fords. It is said that in the catwalks of the River Rouge plant, you can still see Henry Ford looking down upon the line and looking over the work area. Well, I guess this only proves one thing, don't it, fans? Someone has to make sure things are going right. Even from beyond the grave. In our third story, some things are stranger than fiction. And this has to do with our famous Eastern Market down in Detroit. Did you know that it was built on a cemetery? That's right. It was the Russell Street Cemetery. Now, they relocated all the bodies, of course, and the graveyards that the family wanted to have their bodies moved to. Now, that was built in 1890. Now, they moved all the bodies except one. And that body was that of Nathaniel Hancock, which they named a street after eventually. They say he had a curse put on his grave. Now, did you know the curse was originally written by William Shakespeare, many years before his birth? Hancock had it put on his headstone. I had someone send me the recording of the curse, and here it is.
And reads, "Good friend, for Jesus' sake, do not disturb this dust. Blessed be he that saves these stones, and cursed be he who moves my bones."
Well, someone finally moved the body at an unknown date. But it is said he still comes back at times, and he is looking for his original resting place. The fourth and final story is broken down into 3 short stories. Let's first talk about the Lady in White on Tanglewood Bridge. It is told that a bride and groom got into a major fight on their honeymoon, and he killed her and dumped her body over the Tanglewood Bridge. And it is said, if you drive up to the bridge, turn off your engine, and flash your lights 3 times, you will see the Lady in White walk towards your car and disappear at the point where she was thrown over the bridge. We'll have to try that one day, won't we? This next little story is a tragic one. It's on a street that we call Knock Knock. The story is that a young girl was playing outside one day, and a car hit her. But he had his radio on so loud, he couldn't hear that he hit anything. The young lady kept pounding on the rear end of the car, trying to get the driver's attention. But nay, he could not, and the young lady perished. It is said that this young lady, as you ride down that street, will go ahead and knock on the back end of your car, trying to get your attention. Well, it happened that so many people kept trying this, day and night, 24/7, that in the 1960s, the city of Detroit changed the name of the street and never let anyone know which street was really Knock Knock Street. So I guess you can go through the city and say, knock knock, and maybe someone will say, who's there? The next little story is the final tale. And that is of the Romeo Plank Road. There was at one time, and may still be, a train that runs down Romeo Plank Road. Well, one year, an engineer was driving his train down the track, and all of a sudden a linesman came out at the old station. And he was waving a red lantern. Now, I don't know, but just like in cars, a red lantern tells the engineer of the train to stop the train. And the engineer did so. But when he got out to see what was going on, he looked and the station was boarded up. And there was no one there. But he looked, so he walked a little bit, and went down about 20 or 30 feet down the track. And there he saw a big tree laying across the track that he never saw or was warned about. So he said that would have derailed the train and killed all my people that are riding on it. Well, he went to town and he talked to other engineers. And the other engineers told him that was Louis. He was killed in a train accident when a train hit a tree and was derailed. Ever since then, the station was closed. But whenever something goes wrong, they say, Louis comes back and warns the trains. I see not all ghosts are out to hurt or scare you. Some ghosts may even save your life. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this Halloween podcast. There are many more legends to be heard. So if you would like more podcasts like this, let me know at Joel, WRDM, at yahoo.com. That's Joel, WRDM, at yahoo.com. And leave a comment. Till next time. In the words of my good friend, Sir Graves Ghastly, happy haunting!